All right guys, so in this video I am going to show you exactly how to use your ladder properly and how to set it up properly and get on the roof. So first things first is notice that I've already got my pouch with my inspection tools and I've got my cougar paws on. So now it is time to climb the roof and do our inspection. So first thing is you're going to get your ladder out, of course. We're going to go over here to the edge of the roof, find the safest and most accessible part of the roof to put the ladder on. In this case, we're just going to go ahead and set it right here in the front yard, right here in the grass, so that way we're not in front of the homeowner's garage. So first things first with these ladders is you are going to extend the ladder. So the first thing is you are going to push these knobs in on the side here. So you can see these knobs, you're gonna push these knobs in, okay? So a little trick that I like to use, if you just push the knobs in and you try to extend it, it's going to stop at its A-frame point and then you're gonna have to push them in again. Here, I'll show you. So you're gonna pull the ladder out and it's gonna stop right here at the A-frame point. Then you're gonna have to push these in again to keep extending all the way out. Now you can do it that way, or a little trick I like to use is you can push these in. So you're gonna push the knobs in, okay? You're gonna hold one knob in with your hand, you're gonna hold the other knob in with your chest here, and you're gonna grab the ladder and you're going to kick it all the way up. Notice that it did not stop at that point of the A-frame. Also, you're gonna make sure that these here are locked in. You wanna make sure that these are locked in so that the ladder does not break down or give way, okay? The next thing is you are going to make sure your ladder is faced properly, okay? So the ladder's facing properly. Notice that I've got the rungs on the outside of the ladder, not vice versa, okay? It's pretty obvious to know what side is which. So you're gonna wanna make sure your ladder is facing the correct side, okay? Now we need to determine the correct length of the ladder. This is an extendable ladder. Typically, by law, by rule of thumb, you want to make sure that your ladder extends the roof line, extends the gutter by 1 or 2 rungs, okay? I always like to say 2 rungs, that's the safest possible. So what that means is I'm going to pull these knobs out here on either side, both sides here, pull them both out, okay? I'm going to walk backwards as I'm pulling the ladder upwards, okay? I'm going to put it on the highest one here. Now you're going to make sure that these are locked back in place so that the ladder does not fail on you, okay? Make sure that these are locked back in place. It's very important for your safety. Now, next, we are going to place the ladder up onto the roof. You're gonna wanna do this very carefully. Do not allow the ladder to just fall on the gutter. You could damage the gutter, and now you may be responsible for the damages on the gutter, okay? So you wanna be very careful when you perform this task. So very easily and very softly, set this ladder down on the gutter, okay? Okay, now, as I mentioned, for safety reasons, you are going to want to make sure that you have at least 2 rungs above the gutter line. So what that means here is that, notice, I've made sure that there are 2 steps that go above the gutter line. That is the rule of thumb to do the safest way possible to put a ladder on a roof line and climb properly onto that roof. So make sure that there are 2 steps always above the gutter line, and that is how you properly put a ladder up to climb on a roof. The other thing is making sure that the ladder is kicked out appropriately, okay? You want to make sure that the ladder is kicked out appropriately. You do not want your ladder to be too straight up and down. If it's too straight up and down, your ladder could very easily kick out and fall backwards while you're on the roof, and now you have to call the fire department. No fun. Now, the second thing is you want to make sure that the ladder is not kicked out too far. If you have the ladder kicked out too far and the ladder is at too far of an angle, this could potentially kick out on you. The feet could kick out on you like this, and the ladder's gonna slide down. You could fall off of the ladder, you could injure yourself, you could damage the homeowner's property, and you could look very unprofessionally doing both. So we don't want that to happen. So again, make sure that you have at least 2 steps above the gutter line, and make sure that the ladder is kicked out to an appropriate angle that you feel safe, that looks safe. That way you can safely climb on the roof and perform your inspection.